What if the job you prayed for was the door to your worst nightmare? Christabel was fresh out of nursing school when a hospital offered her everything: 1.2 million naira monthly salary, a car, a house. But on her first day, she discovered a secret so dark it made her question her calling, her fate, her life. Behind the white walls of this hospital, babies were not delivered, they were sold. She made one choice, and a powerful man told her, "You're going nowhere." This is not just a story, this is the new nurse. Watch till the end, because the truth is more dangerous than you think. Christabel stood outside the large white building. She was looking excitedly at the hospital in front of her. It was the biggest hospital she had ever seen in her life. She clutched her appointment letter tightly and smiled. A job with a salary of 1.2 million naira monthly, a car, and even a house was like a dream come true. Fresh out of nursing school, she never imagined she would land something this good. She took a deep breath and walked inside, excited to begin the first day of her new life. Inside the hospital, everything looked modern and expensive. The chairs, the computers, the uniforms, everything looked perfect. The nurses and doctors wore bright smiles, walked confidently around. A woman came forward and handed her the keys to her car and house. "Congratulations, Nurse Christabel. You are now a member of the family," she said cheerfully. Christabel thanked her and went into the office where she was to resume. But as she looked around, something didn't feel right. The nurses looked happy, but there was fear in their eyes, something they were all hiding. Later that morning, the chief medical director, Dr. Anslem, called her into his office. He looked about 45 years old and spoke in a calm but firm voice. "Nurse Christabel," he began, "you came at the right time. We just sacked the nurse who was in charge of the maternity section. From now on, you are in charge of that section. I believe you can handle it." Christabel smiled politely. "Thank you, sir. I'll do my best." He stood up and said, "Come, let me show you something." She followed him through a long hallway that led to a heavily guarded part of the hospital. As they entered the section, Christabel was shocked. The place was filled with young pregnant girls. Some were lying down, others were pacing the room slowly. There were up to 100 of them. She turned to Anslem in confusion. "Sir, why are there so many pregnant girls here?" He smiled slightly. "This is where most of our money comes from. These girls give birth and will give the babies to people who need them. Some call it illegal, but we call it saving lives and making families happy. Barren women get babies from here. You are now part of this. Just do your job and you'll be well rewarded." That night, one of the girls went into labor. Christabel quickly did her job and helped her deliver a healthy baby boy. As she cleaned the baby and handed him to the assistant, she tried to ignore the questions in her head. An hour later, a black jeep arrived at the hospital. A woman in dark glasses stepped out and walked straight into the building. She didn't speak to anyone. She was taken into a private room where she collected the baby and handed a black bag to Christabel. When Nurse Christabel opened the bag, it was filled with money. She counted it slowly. It was 15 million naira. She stood still for a moment, not sure what to do. Then her phone rang. It was Dr. Anslem. "Bring the money to my office," he said. Nurse Christabel carried the bag and went to his office. When she got there, he opened the bag and smiled. "Well done. You just made your first sale. For now, go and give the mother of the baby 1.5 million naira and discharge her. Make sure she signs all the documents. Christabel nodded slowly and left the office. When she returned to the maternity section, she walked up to the girl who had just delivered. "Here is your money," Christabel said gently. The girl collected the money and said nothing. "You're free to go now," Christabel added. The girl stood up and followed the assistant nurse out of the building. Christabel watched her leave and felt her stomach turn. She had just sewed a baby. No one forced her. No one pushed her. But it still didn't feel right. She sat down in the empty ward, confused. It was only her first day and she was already in deep mess. The next morning, Christabel didn't go to the maternity section. Instead, she sat in her room, thinking about everything that had happened. She thought about the woman who came for the baby. She thought about the look in the eyes of the mother who gave birth. She thought about the 15 million naira and how 1.5 million naira was enough to silence a girl forever. Was this what she went to nursing school for? Was this the job she had prayed and fasted for? She had dreamt of saving lives, not selling babies. She could not continue in that hospital. She stood up, walked to her wardrobe and brought out the envelope that had contained her appointment letter. She looked at the paper again. The salary, the house, the car. It was everything she ever wanted. But all of it had a price. "I can't do this," she whispered to herself. "I cannot continue working in a place like this. I'm not a criminal. I want to be a nurse, not a baby seller." She picked up her laptop and typed a resignation letter. She printed it out, folded it neatly, and placed it inside a bag. It was over. At exactly 1 p.m., Nurse Christabel walked into Dr. Anslem's office. He was speaking to someone on the phone, but ended the call when he saw her. "Ah, Nurse Christabel, I was just about to call you. You did well last night. I see a bright future for you in this hospital." She smiled briefly and handed him the letter. He looked at it and raised his eyes. "What is this?" he asked. "My resignation," she said. "I cannot be part of this operation. It is not what I signed up for. I'm sorry, sir, but I quit." "It's a lie. You are going nowhere. Ask about me. I'm a dangerous man. Not even try me. You will remain here and do as I say," Dr. Anslem said. Watch out for the part 2. Thank you.